Hello. Today we're heading over to the LA Flower Mart. I figure I would walk around a little bit, see if there's anything interesting, and show you around. And here we go.
You're on all 98.7. Also stream it on live.
We're on the roof. Look at these ferns. I like these yellow ones.
This one. It's like perfectly.
And these big monsteras are beautiful. Alright, hi guys. So we are back from downtown LA and I want to show you what I got. So right now I have you at this very awkward angle because of my phone arm. Hold on. Alright, so let me show you what I got. We'll do a little haul and let's just start. So obviously you can see these. I have some dumb cane that I got, some Dieffenbachia. These are actually going to be gifts. So I bought 3 of them. Nothing fancy, but they're pretty and healthy and have a lot of new growth. So I got 3 of these, as you can see here. And then I got, this is a personal purchase, but I got a lithop. I didn't have a lithop, so I got a little troll butt. That's a troll butt. And I did also get this reverse variegated spider plant because I have the traditional spider plant and I actually like the look of the reverse variegated one a little more. And there's also 3 plants in here too, so I'm probably going to divvy them up and let them grow out a little bit and probably sell them. But I also like the look of a full plant, so maybe I'll just take one out. But the reverse variegated ones are pretty cute. And then I found these Syngonium. What I love about them is they're the pixie variety. So they're extremely small and compact, as you can see. Very small. And the color, of course, like the color is just so striking because it has this really pretty burgundy on top of the dark green. So I got 2 of these. I'm probably keeping one and then maybe selling the other. But they're super cute. And I also got a mini croton. little croton, nothing fancy. I just like the fact that it was small. I'll probably have something like that for my porch. And then I found this peperomia, which I've been kind of wanting for some time. And there were two stands or two shops that had them, but one of them had a lot of them and they were a lot more highly variegated than the second shop. So I was going to go back to the first shop, and then by the time I went back, they sold them all. Somebody straight up came in and bought every single tray of them. So I was a little upset. So I had to go back to the second shop that had them. And I had to buy them there because they were just a little bit more expensive, but I really wanted this, and I'm definitely going to propagate it and probably sell this too, but the variegated peperomia. I mean, look at those colors. They're so pretty. So I bought two. There's this one. Them together. Is this going to be a thumbnail photo? So yeah, I got these guys. My husband got a fern, which you might see back here. Something new to add to his collection. He was really into the shape of the plant, but what I really liked about it was the way it feels. It has almost like a plastic feel to it. But it's very, very pretty. Something for him to play with. And then, let me get the big begonia I got. Hold on. So I got this big guy in a hanging basket that was such a good price. I think I paid like $20 for this. But it's huge, as you can see. It's huge. And they only had a couple left. They were selling out of them all. So I snatched it up, despite the fact that it had this entire section of the plant completely broken off. Like completely, just all the leaves are broken, all the stems have broken and snapped off. And I didn't mind because you're gonna propagate them and it's probably gonna sell them. So it's even blooming. As you can see, there's little blooms hiding in there. But I couldn't pass it up. It was a really good price and it's beautiful. I mean, it's a angel wing begonia. It's not like it's super rare. I'm sure it's not that rare. And I don't know, I just kind of got excited because I liked the fullness of it and the sheer size. And now I have to find a place to put it. I know where I'm going to put it, but it's going to involve some moving things around. So, but that's going to be my project of the next day or two. Because I'm probably not going to keep it in the hanging basket. I don't really want to hang it anywhere. I'd rather it sit and then just kind of grow out. But that's just me. So let me go put this down, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the cuttings, and you can follow along with that. Okay, so let me make some space on my workstation real quick, and then I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Can you see me? Okay, so there we go. All right, so these are what I managed to gently salvage from the broken parts of the begonia plant. Some are still on stems, which I'm actually going to separate the stems from the leaf only pieces. And then I've already gone through and thrown out anything that was completely black and rotted. This guy's not going to make it. I'm probably going to cut it off. And even the leaf pieces I'm saving, because the lovely thing about begonias is you can still propagate them from leaf pieces. This one, kind of black. I think I might throw this out. Got plenty of pieces here. And some of them are a little rough. This one's a little rough too, although I could propagate it. I got a lot here. More stem, leaf and petiole, leaf, petiole, so it's kind of round. These are on stem and stem. Okay, so I'm going to throw these out. I am going to fill up my watering can with liquid dirt, a little more than I normally would if I'm watering, and I'm going to fill this up with water right now. So I have my watering can with said liquid dirt, and I use old takeout containers for a lot of my propagations and old drink cups because these are great ways of propagating things that need high humidity and also for shipping too. So I use both of these. I'm going to be getting those ready, and I also have all of the lids for those. And the other thing you may or may not need, if you have it already, is some sphagnum moss. Can you see? Oh, I'm going a little too far away. Sphagnum moss. There you go. There it is. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the cups. I'm going to break off a good chunk just to fill maybe the bottom 2 inches of the cup. And as you can see, that's a lot of sphagnum for the cup. I'm just going to put that in there, put that in there, and then more in these. Make some better room. And then I'm going to use my liquid dirt infused water. And I'm going to be kind of generous because I want the sphagnum to soak it all up. So that starts to absorb. This will start to absorb. And then let's add some more into this. Now you can just pull out a big chunk of sphagnum moss and wet it ahead of time. That's totally fine. And then just put the already wet sphagnum in your containers. I'm just doing it this way because then I can make sure that my sphagnum is very generously wet. Go back to the first one. I'm going to kind of test it out, make sure if I need more water. This is getting pretty sufficiently soaked. This one, just a little more water. It should feel like a soaked sponge, but not the kind of sponge that you can wring out the water. But sphagnum can be pretty absorbent, so you can even find something a little in between. But one way to tell if you have too much water in is to see if anything can pour out. And chances are you will have that. All right, so I'm going to start with the little ones. We'll start with a little stem. I will place the stem into the cup. I will also place a leaf cutting into the cup so that it will form roots and possibly grow into a second plant. So it will look kind of like this. And I'm going to repeat the process with a lot of these other things. Let's do a larger one here. Here we go. This one's good. You want to really kind of set the leaf into the sphagnum, but you don't want to push so hard that you're damaging the leaf. So be a little gentle. And you don't necessarily need to bury the leaf in the sphagnum. I would just make sure that you are having very close contact between the leaf cutting and the sphagnum to ensure that as the leaf starts to develop roots, the roots will grow down into it. Hopefully that makes sense. These I'm going to go ahead and put the lids on. Make sure that the tops are open so it's getting some ventilation. If you have cups that don't have little lips like this, and they have just the straw portion, I usually will just kind of fold them in so that air can circulate somewhat. And then place in a very bright spot. And the nice thing about these two, you can stack them. All right, so now let's do more of these guys. We'll propagate the rest. Okay, so I have another old takeout food container that I'm going to use. I put a bunch of dry. I put a bunch of dry sphagnum in here, and we're going to wet this down. Because there's a little bit more of it, I'm probably going to let it soak for a couple of minutes. Now it's still not completely wet, but that's okay because I'm going to go ahead and put the leaves in here. And once I put the lid on, it's going to become very humid and the sphagnum will get wet really quickly. We're just going to place all the leaves in here. Now, one thing about begonias in prop boxes is I don't mist them at all. If I water, I usually will just pour water into the tray like so, because the leaves are already going to be getting a lot of ambient humidity from being in the prop box. So I don't want to invite other issues by getting the leaves completely saturated wet either. So this guy gets a lid. And again, we'll be in a nice, warm, and sunny or very bright spot. So as you can see, this is how I propagate my begonias. And I have had really good success. I will show you this guy that I have been propagating. And you potentially can see the new little plant in there. Where is he? Well, yeah, he's got a new leaf growing out. Can you see it? Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Maybe it's not focusing. I'll take a still shot. But this was just a piece of a leaf and he's already growing a new one. Oh yeah, you can see it. There it is. Hi, new leaf. We'll see how these guys do in a little while. I'll update you probably in another month or two in a houseplant vlog, and you can see how we are doing with that. What I have for you today, I always have fun at the LA Flower Mart. I'm always finding something, but I don't know, there's something about some mini plants. Mini plants, they're just so cute. I'm gonna put it in a little pot. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.